Welcome to the Tennis Warehouse string review of Toroline Dreddy. This hybrid comes fully loaded with good vibes only. Toroline Dreddy features the sharp, controlled O-Toro Tour in the mains, paired with the comfort and spin-friendly snapback from O-Toro Snap. Made in collaboration with Dustin Brown, this string is sure to bring some flair to the court. First things first, it was Troy and I on this review. To begin with, can we just talk about how cool Dustin Brown is?
Yeah, he's definitely a really fun player to watch. I definitely remember watching him back in the day, and just so much flair in his game. I really liked his crafty drop shots.
Yeah, he's a guy after my own heart. He loves a stiffer racket with a tight tension in the string bed, and he loves to hit the crap out of the ball, but still has so much flair on the court. So there's no doubt in my mind, I really enjoyed this hybrid and this playtest. I think just initially I was in it to have a ton of fun. And for me, I strung it up in a Pure Drive 98, and I settled in at 52 pounds, which is a little bit lower tension, but I'm kind of coming back from an injury, so we're not hitting as big as normal, so I don't need all the control. But I love the O-Toro Tour in the mains, because that is my string of choice, and I found tons of control, but still good spin from that O-Toro Snap in the crosses. What about you?
Yeah, so I strung it up in a couple frames. The main one I used is this Dunlop FX 500 Tour, because we've been testing it lately and I was enjoying it. And I actually started off with my normal tension close to like about 52 in here, but I ended up increasing it a bit. So I settled at about 54 in this more powerful open pattern. And then in the other racket, the wide out 1820 extended, much denser string pattern, I settled at 50, but initially I had it at about 47. So 54 and 50 is what I settled on. I love the stiffness of the O-Toro Tour, but the snap in the crosses is definitely a softer, more powerful feel.
Yeah, I definitely noticed a little bit more pocketing than a full bed of O-Toro Tour. For me right now, that's what I'm looking for. I need a little help from my string bed to get those powerful shots to come back, a little more penetration through the court. But in this 16x20 string pattern, it was working quite amazing. I had good access to power, but still all the control I needed and spin.
Yeah, when it came to power control, initially I found it to be a little too lively because of that snap. It really shoots the ball out, but increasing the tension, getting it to settle in nice and well, and also the fact that because I do hit really spinny, especially on the forehand, I had a lot of control from the rotation. So a little adjustment with the tension, but once I did, power control was just about perfect.
Nice. What about playability duration? I know I tried this in a bunch of rackets. I actually have it in several of my Pure Drive 98s. It's kind of become my go-to string for the moment. And I found that it was holding tension quite well. Again, I'm not looking for it to be super stiff like I previously might have been looking for. So the second it settles in, it still feels nice and plush on the ball.
Yeah, keyword, like you said, once it settles in. So I did go up in tension, a little higher than normal, but then I'd say like after about 5 hours of hitting with it, kind of settled in nice and well. And from there, it was pretty consistent. I'd say a little bit better than average for most polys. Now, the O-Toro Tour, which we've tested in a full bed, that one's pretty high for me as far as playability.
Agreed.
This one's a little lower,
Yeah.
but I was able to make the adjustments.
Nice. Now, I'm not known for generating a ton of RPMs on the shots that I'm hitting, but we do have our new Zenith Smart Court, and I noticed that I am getting a little bit more access to spin with this hybrid. I think it might be because of that O-Toro Snap. I don't know. What about you? How'd you find the spin?
I thought spin was really good. That's one of the main benefits here. Now, like I said, I like O-Toro Tour in a full bed. It's hard for me to change that, but I do see why the snap and the crosses works, because it does give you a little more pocketing or sort of dwell time. The ball sits on the strings a little bit longer, and then it's super slick, so it really helps with that topspin dip on the ball, because the strings move a little bit and snap back really fast. So there is a benefit here over O-Toro Tour by itself.
Nice. And as we know, none of us are getting any younger, and Dustin Brown used to be known for stringing his rackets with polys up into the high 60s and even 70 pounds.
Yeah.
So trying this hybrid, I was very curious how it would feel. And for me, I'm finding it to be nice and plush. It pockets. It definitely doesn't have the boardy feel. I have tried stringing Pure Drives the way he used to, and then this is a little bit of a departure. As we get older, we need a little bit more of a softer feel on our arms, on our body, and something to help with a little bit of power. What about you? How was the feel?
Yeah, in terms of feel, I would say for a poly, Definitely pretty good comfort. Now I think the fact that we are using a hybrid here, it's a good blend because the Otoro Tour, firm and crisp, O-Snap, definitely soft and kind of powerful for a poly. So I'd say it's pretty middle of the road. I found personally maybe just a little bit crisper feel from K-Pop, which is another hybrid, but definitely comfortable here, maybe kind of middle, slightly muted, but I think the saving grace is that Tour in the mains.
Nice. Well, to wrap up this playtest, I'm just really enjoying the fun colors, the good vibes that come fully equipped with the Dreddy Hybrid. I am tempted to go back to full bed of Toroline Otoro Tour, but again, I'm here for the vibes now.
Yeah, I think it's a good setup hybrid and good spin and comfort from what I found with this.
Awesome. Well, that wraps up this string play test of Toroline Dreddy. To grab a set and give it a try yourselves, be sure to visit us at Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.